The Beach FM Business Lunch Show, brought to you by PlaceMakers Kapiti Horowhenua. Together we're building New Zealand.
Welcome back to the Business Lunch Show on Beach FM 106.3 with Damian on your Tuesday afternoon. And let's talk some real estate now. And let's welcome into the show the very first person that put some money towards Damian in front of a camera at Beach FM. It is Trudi Szytkiel from Harcourts Paraparaumu. G'day, Trudi.
Hi, how's it going?
I'm very well, cousin. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Excellent.
All ready to get back into work.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're another day, another change to the new normal. We are approaching level 2, but always in the show, we like to start with a bit of a story. So how long have you been in the real estate game?
I've been with Harcourts for 19 years. I've been with them as an admin person for 6 of them and an agent for 13. So, long time. I've got blue blood going through my veins.
Yes. You definitely do represent the flag well. Hey, how did you get into the industry? What drew you to it?
Well, working in admin, obviously I saw the agents, daily, and I had an agent, Mandy Roderick, who used to be an agent here in Kapiti before she went overseas. And she said to me one day, she said, "I think you'd be awesome as a real estate agent." She said, "If you go and do your papers, I will give you everything." So I didn't have to pay for any open home flags or packs or information. She got me into it, really. She just thought I'd be good at it. So it turns out I am.
Well, you're still doing it, so that's a plus, definitely.
I am.
Hey, what was some of those things that you had to do to transition from the admin side to the sum? Because it's not just about standing out front with a flag and saying I'm selling a house, is it? There's so many different little things that you've got to tick off first.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, obviously you've got to do your papers. When I did it, you had to sit 7 papers. Now you have to sit something like 13. So it's a lot different to now. So did the paperwork, had babies and training for a triathlon on my fit days. So it's pretty full on. And then you sort of you establish yourself. I wasn't a local, so I had to sort of start from scratch, getting to meet people. And started selling other people's listings at my co-workers, because with Harcourts we work as a team, so we all support each other. So that's why I chose them, and just basically getting to meet people, getting involved in the community, and getting a reputation out there, and it's paid off. And so then you put your flag up and do your open home.
That's the one. So you weren't a local. So that's a little bit harder when you got to gain trust from the area. Where was your background from?
Oh, been everywhere really. But I was in Wellington itself, but I've been Auckland, Christchurch, but moved up here because my parents moved up, and it was free childcare for I had a 3-week-old baby. So moved up to be close to my parents, and working in admin, the only people I socialised with was my co-workers.
Right.
I did have to start from scratch and meet new people here, because the people in Wellington really, where I came from, I can't sell in that area. So it was slow, but I got there. I started when the GFC happened, so
wow.
Probably at the worst time, but it gave me a good grounding, because I had to do the hard yards and do the jobs that, by calling people and sort of pushing myself outside my comfort zone.
Yeah. Wow. Well, what a time. It's either sink or swim around that time. I was working in the finance game. So, good times.
Oh, you'd know.
Yeah. And also shout out to your parents.
Yeah.
Over the years, so you've adapted to the coast. You would have seen it change greatly over that time.
Oh, absolutely. The infrastructure that's been put in place. My husband was from here, lived here for many years, and it's changed dramatically for him. It was farm, when he was here. So, just even, the new pool, the new library, the expressway made a huge difference. Huge difference for me personally, because I live on the old main highway, so my road is very quiet. So, lots of change, good changes.
Good changes. It's becoming more of a go-to place, isn't it? We don't necessarily need Wellington as much as we used to, and I think after COVID, it's probably going to prove that even more. Don't you think?
Absolutely. I mean, my philosophy anyway has always been, part of my byline with my business is keeping it real, keeping it local. So, we're going to support local. Harcourts have, we've purchased a van for the food bank. I sponsor a number of little like Challenge for Change, charities that help mentoring for children 9 to 13. The Found Our Wellbeing Hub, which is a school initiative. So there's been lots of things that you can get involved in at Harcourts. Can do to support the community, and other than some friends of mine who are shoppers say they need to go to Paraparaumu for some fuel clothes shops. I wouldn't know because I'm not into shopping, but why would you need to go anywhere else?
Absolutely. So you're not just about growing the real estate game. You guys really are about growing our community with those mentoring programs, etc. I mean, it's not just a house popping up. It's more people for a community to grow.
Absolutely. I mean, people buy off people. You can put stuff on people's letterboxes all day long, but until they've met you and you've got a relationship with them, you're really not going to be able to know if they can trust you from a picture on a piece of cardboard. So you've got to build trust with them and build relationships and have that exposure out there. I'm not on the back of a bus yet. My PA wants me to, but just profile out there. I support sponsor a kindy, so my face is planted on the whole side of a building, which my son is devastated about because all his mates give him a hard time.
Just down the road from Te Aotearoa Ballpark as well.
Correct.
Drive past there every time I go to the softball park.
Oh, it's you that throws the eggs.
No, I wouldn't do that to you. We're family. Hey, let's talk COVID-19. Like, what's the confidence out there? How is the real estate game at the moment?
Well, we talked about hitting the road or the ground running, but no one knows what the ground is that we're running on. I certainly haven't noticed a drop. I've got 2 houses under offer and a section sold under lockdown, level 3 and 4. Level 4, the man biked to the property. It was a section, so he went and had a look on his own. But look, we've got a ton of people. Once level 3 hit, I've been manic. I've had buyers. I've had 5 offers on one property. I've had 3 offers on another. And I've just listed another one on the phone, and my emails haven't stopped. So, with the interest rates being so low, I don't think COVID's going to affect right now, but no one really knows. If anyone could say what's going to happen, there could be people that lose jobs. There could be people that I've got a couple that just need to get out of their home because they've been stuck in the house with 3 or 4 children. They just go, it's too small. We're not a tourist sort of destination as such. So I don't think we'll have the job losses that a lot of other, areas, will have.
Yeah, it's definitely it's gonna be one of those times where we take note of our surroundings and is it for us? I mean, we're not going to be traveling for the not too distant future, so I mean, we might as well put some love and support into the roofs over our heads, whether that be staying where we are or getting bigger. What kind of questions are you getting asked at the moment?
Well, nothing's really changed as far as questions about the COVID. I mean, we're having to ask a lot of questions. We have to ask about, health and safety. We have to pre-qualify our buyers because we're only 2 people per day per house.
Wow.
So we have to qualify them as to, if they've got their finances sorted, because we have to pick the right buyers for our vendors. So, they're not really asking a lot of questions. They're not asking a lot of questions. We're having to ask the questions. But when it comes to putting offers in, I did have a girl say, when's the right time to buy? But she actually asked that same question to a co-worker, and they just said, do you need a house? And they said yes. And they said, well, now's the right time to buy. Yeah. Because when do you know when it's at the lowest and when do you know it's at the peak? I've bought a house at the peak of the market, but I didn't know that. Yeah. I didn't know it was the peak until it started to drop. I've also bought another one of my rentals at the bottom of the market. I actually didn't know it was the bottom of the market. I just bought a house because my stepson had cancer and I wanted a dry place for him to rent because 19-year-old boys can live in.
Yep.
So I bought it, and as I worked out, it was the bottom of the market. But you never know. No one ever knows when the peak or when the bottom is. So if you need a house and interest rates are good and you can afford it, then buy a house.
Lastly, how does level 2 look for you guys? Is it going to change from level 3, or is it we're still got these steps in place till it's all over?
No, level 2 we are able to move into more viewings and the properties, possibly open homes. We're just waiting for all the protocols to come back from REINZ to confirm that. No more than 100 people. If I get 100 people through an open home, I would be ecstatic. We've got sanitizer. Our boss has brought in a machine from overseas. He's taken this very seriously, and we're having all the offices are being cleansed by a fog machine.
Oh, wow.
So, just to protect everyone that comes in, because our philosophy with Harcourts, is something that I live by, is, be courageous, do the right thing, people first, and fun and laughter. And so we always do the right thing. And we have a bit of fun and laughter too.
That you do. Well, I've really appreciated your time today, Trudi. Where can the people find you? How can they get in touch?
Okay, so my number is 027 408 6242. Oh, they can just Google me. Just put my, if you can spell my last name, you can put Trudi Szytkiel on Google, and it will come up with all my listings and my contact details. And at Harcourts at Coastlands Parade.
Awesome stuff. Well, Trudi, thank you for your time. Now, all the best over the next coming weeks with all the changes to the new normal. Go well and look after yourself.
Awesome. Thank you.